Hello everybody, I am back with the final video for spooky season this year. It is the soul warming hot chocolate from the Unofficial Hocus Pocus Cookbook. This is probably my favorite hot chocolate recipe. It is super easy to make. It always turns out really good. Um, I we do watch Hocus Pocus every year, um, usually at the end of October, um, about as close to Halloween as we can get, depending on work schedules and stuff like that. Um, and I usually end up making this hot chocolate when we watch Hocus Pocus. It's kind of become a little bit of a tradition in our house, and I am super excited to share this with you today. Like I said, it's really easy, really good. It's not a very sweet hot chocolate, but that is also kind of what I like about it, that it's not super sweet. It has a nice, rich, chocolatey flavor. So let's get started. All right, so for the soul warming hot cocoa or hot chocolate, we've got some maple syrup. We've got some amaretto, and you can make this without the amaretto, but I always put it in, and I do end up putting a little bit extra in as well, and it always turns out really good. Has a really nice flavor, but you can definitely make this without it if you don't have it or if you don't want the alcohol in it, um, and it'll be fine. We've got cocoa powder and we've got milk. I'm using 2% milk. The recipe does call um, for either 2% or almond milk, but whatever milk you had at home would be fine. I do recommend either using um, 2% or whole milk if you're using regular milk. You could probably do this with 1% or skim milk, but it is going to be like a little thinner, a little waterier because of the less fat in the milk. Um, but you could still do it. But I always use 2% with it because that's usually what we have in the house, and it always turns out.
All right, so for the first step here, we are going to mix in our milk and our cocoa. We're going to get this all whisked together and start heating it up. When it is almost boiling, we are going to add the maple syrup to it. When I am ready to do that, I will be back. All right, so while I got my milk warming up, I did pour some amaretto into my glasses here. I'm using some Irish coffee mugs for my hot chocolate because it's going to look really nice in there after it's done. So yeah, I did just put the amaretto in there for now, so that'll be ready to go when the hot chocolate is done. I'm going to finish up heating up my milk here, and then we will add the maple syrup to it. All right, so I did put in the maple syrup, and I always double the maple syrup in here. The recipe does not call for very much at all, and I do like a little bit extra in there because it does kind of sweeten it up just a little bit. It's not an overly sweet hot cocoa, even with doubling the maple syrup in it. And that is one of the things I do like about it, is that it's not super sweet, but it still always turns out really good. Once this is warm enough, I am going to pour it in my glasses and top it with some little mini marshmallows, and I will show you what it looks like when it's all finished. All right, so the hot cocoa is done. It looks really good. I'm going to drink this, and then I will be back with my final thoughts.
All right, so I am back with my final thoughts on the soul warming hot chocolates. I don't really have a ton to say about this that I haven't already said. Like I said, it is one of my favorite hot chocolates, probably my favorite hot chocolate. I do make this every year when we watch Hocus Pocus. And I do make it several occasionally throughout the other year, usually in the winter months when hot chocolate just kind of sounds good because it is a really easy recipe to make. I usually have everything already on hand for it. It doesn't require a lot of ingredients. It doesn't take too long to mix up. It doesn't make a ton. That has been the problem with a lot of the hot chocolate recipes that I have seen. It just seems like they make a lot of hot chocolates, and um, for us, there's only two of us in the house that will drink the hot chocolates. Um, so making a huge batch of hot chocolate just isn't practical for us here. So I do really like this recipe just because it is just enough for the two of us that'll drink it. Um, it is something you could easily double or even triple depending on how many people you're making it for. Um, or you could always do like smaller cup sizes. I do like serving mine in the Irish coffee mugs like I did in the video, just because it is nice and pretty and everything turns out really well. Those cups are just the right size for us with the hot chocolates. Um, I do recommend trying the soul warming hot chocolate if you have this cookbook. Um, so that is going to wrap up spooky season for 2025. I can't believe it's over with already. I had so much fun making all of these more spooky Halloween themed recipes for and with you guys. Um, please let me know in the comments below how you liked our spooky season videos. I really do want to do this again next year. I do have a couple other spooky themed cookbooks that I would like to add to from next year or do instead of some of the cookbooks that I have just recently gotten. So yeah, I am very excited to be diving into those next spooky season, maybe even a little bit before, who knows. Um, Next week, or on Sunday, I guess, I am filming this on Thursday, October 30th, the day before Halloween. So in a couple days on Sunday, I will be posting a video for an apple butter cake, or I'm sorry, apple butter pie, not cake, that I'm super excited to try. It sounded really good, nice fall flavors yet, and everything. After that, I will be finishing up the two recipes we have left in the 1910s chapter in Baking Yesteryear. After I finish up that chapter, I am going to kind of pause on Baking Yesteryear again and do a couple other random recipes for the rest of November, because in December I want to do more Christmas holiday themed baking with you guys. And I don't want to start a new chapter just to be stopping it again in a couple weeks. So we're going to finish up this chapter and then kind of set aside Baking Yesteryear for the rest of 2025. We will pick it back up in January of 2026. I am super excited to do some of the holiday Christmassy themed recipes with you guys. I already got my recipes picked out that I want to share with you guys. Bunch of different cookbooks, but we'll get into that at the beginning of December when it is time for holiday baking. So everybody have a happy and safe Halloween. And until next time, good times, good food, and stay spooky. Oh, yeah. Please like and comment and subscribe. Please share this video with people. And until next week.